Alright, hello everybody. Today I'm going to try and do my ranking or prediction or just see how I believe the NFL will shape up. As last season I did it and it didn't turn out the best, but hopefully it does better, as I did the same with the Premier League and it looks like it's not doing the best right now. Even though it's just one game in, everything's a lot more different than what I expected. Hopefully it doesn't be like that, or hopefully it is, because it was entertaining seeing everything that happened. So this one up is the Arizona Cardinals, and they ended last season 8-9, barely above, or not even barely above, underneath 500. Did they bring in that many good talents from what I seen? I didn't. What? So they were just barely up 500. So how will they do next season? Conference got better somewhat, except for the Rams. So that's just a very good question right now. It depends. With Stafford, I believe they can become A to B. That's how good they can be. But that's just how I think. If they don't got Stafford, they could be down to C or F, even one of the first overall picks if they don't got Stafford at all, because they got Jimmy G as their backup. So that depends. It depends on who is starting or not. If Stafford is starting, that's between a B to an A, and if he's not, it's a C. So it depends right now. We'll go safe right now with B, but it all depends on the QB, because if they don't got Stafford, it's over with for them. Even though they did good last season, 10-6, 10-7. With that being said, the Cardinals are underneath them. I would say D to C. Realize this, the one that had D and C switched. What? I'm gonna change that, because what the? I was confused. I was like, why is the Cardinals so? Why would they be in D even though what? It's better. I would go with C, because they would be around middle of the pack and things like that, in my opinion. This. Alright, so this is going to be a lot easy. Baltimore S, they did everything they could. Did they get a new receiver? I think they got Hopkins back. They still have Derrick Henry. Their defense got better, so of course they're still going to be S. It all depends on the playoffs for them, honestly. That's the only thing that matters. Can they get out of the playoff first round or second round playoff hunt? That's the only thing stopping them. Same goes for the Bills. Bills, of course, they're going to do well. Josh Allen, if you have him, he's going to help you at least go to the playoffs. Will they be able to overcome the Chiefs? That is the big question. I don't know. Could they be an A? They did lose a lot of team. They did lose so much of their defense, so that's why it could be A. But with Josh Allen, former MVP right now for the last season, I got to go with S still, no matter what. If they don't got Josh Allen, then that's the question. We're like, all right, where do you place them? I'll go with B. Michael Penix, they do not know what they have with him yet. He did good for the last 4 or 5 games they ended with. They also still got Kirk Cousins as their backup, so I would say B, but it all depends on how Michael Penix does on developing for this season as well. Carolina, Bryce Young, he did good towards after being benched, so yeah, I would say B as well. They did very good for what they have right now. No, C. Can Bryce Young develop after everything that was going on last season? It can only go up after what happened. So hopefully Bryce Young and everything they spent on their money with will be able to do good, in my opinion. This is where they did bad last season, because everyone had high hopes for the Bears. Will they be able to reach up to their potential, or will it just be another one of the what ifs, potential hype? So, do I put them in A? Do I fall for the trap? I can't. I gotta go with B. High B though. High B, one of the very good up teams things, in my opinion. Off for their trap of having the hype as last season. I'll go safe right now with B. They'll do very good above maybe 9 wins, in my opinion. That's how I see it. But it could also be just a 500 or below 500, in my opinion. I just gotta place them in D. They're a whole offense, but A to B. Do I place them in B or C? Because their offense is just going to win them a ton of games next season. Honestly, that's the only thing that's going to keep them safe. Can they score 30 plus every single game so their defense can go up 28 to 27 minimum? Can they just outscore you? I don't place them in. No, I can't. I got to put them in B no matter what. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and their running game that did good last season. Can they keep scoring so many points that their defense can just hold up a few times, maybe 1 to 2 stops, and they just win on points? That's what I believe for them. So will Joe Burrow be able to just save them throughout no defense, one of the worst I think he's ever had? the Browns. I gotta place them in C or no, I can't place them in D. They have a good defense, but their whole thing is on QB. They got elite Joe Flacco as their starting QB, and then they have Kenny Pickett, Shedeur Sanders, and Gabriel. I forgot his last name. The Oregon QB. So that's who they have as QB. So will they be able to do something, or will the QB fail them again like last 2 seasons? Deshaun Watson. It all depends on their QB. Gotta place them in C though. If their QB does well, it's between B and A. Nah, I gotta place them. Nah, do I place them in B? Low B, very low B. High, it would be high C, just B, because their defense is so good. Myles Garrett's back. They got their defense got better. They drafted a very high defensive line tackle, or defensive line guy. So yeah, I gotta place them in B because their defense will probably carry them. Offense is still a bit on the iffy because who's your running back now? That's a big question as well. Cowboys, Michael Parsons. If he's gone, you could see them in B to D, in my opinion. If Parsons does actually get traded, that's where like, okay, if he's gone, who is stopping the defense? Because isn't their corner Diggs like injured or something's going on? A lot's going on with the Cowboys right now this offseason. And then they got Dak back. They did get Pickens with CeeDee Lamb, so that's the good on their offense. Defense, that's the question. So Michael Parsons, but I gotta place them in high C if it is. Just high C, maybe B. I'll move it around, things like that. Broncos, this is where I believe their defense was good last season. They added more on the corner and the development of their receivers and everything like that. And their offense, Bo Nix, shocker, that did very well in my opinion. I got to put them in A. High A because they did very good last season. And now they added more so they could get better. That's where I got to put them in A. Their defense is going to do probably one of the best defense we'll see this season. From last season, just got upgraded to a new second corner they drafted with the previous defensive team, or just as the defensive player of the year. So yeah, Lions, they did lose their offensive defensive coordinator, so that's where you believe could they be S or could they be A? In my opinion, do I place them in S or an A? That's my opinion. I gotta put them in S for last season though, but their coordinators. If their coordinators were big impact to that, then we'll see that. But it's still I gotta place them in S right now. But I could move them down to A. Packers, I gotta go A. They did good, but the question is, who's their star receiver? They got a good running back. Their defense is solid, but they did give up their best corner. So I'll still go A. Jordan Love did good for what he had. Can one of their first round pick they drafted was a receiver? So will they do better? Or will you just have like a second options receivers? Because they still got a tight end, I think. So it all depends on their offense, really. Texans, I got to go with A. CJ Stroud, even though it was a down year, I believe that he will do well. They do got a good receiver. Running back's good. Their defense is starting to get very good, in my opinion. So I could put them in. I'm putting them in A for right now. Their defense is very good last season, and they're going to develop, even though they added more as well. So I got to put them in A. This is where I say I think Colts will be the worst team. They got no QB. They got Danny Dimes as their starting QB with a very young quarterback still at the backup as Anthony Richardson. Will he be able to develop with the Colts, or will it be another team taking a shot on him that he will develop because the Colts weren't the best? So I got Colts as one of the bottom feeders towards the bottom. They could be the first overall pick, in my opinion. That's who I'm saying right now. Jaguars, I got to put them in C. It all depends on Trevor Lawrence. If Trevor Lawrence does good, he got paid a lot of money, so he has to show up now to see is it worth it, or did they just overpay on a QB that was maybe solid at the first. So that's what I'm saying right now. Trevor Lawrence, they did get the first overall pick, receiver, corner, Travis Hunter, things like that. Oh yeah, Shedeur Sanders, I forgot. He could be the starting QB maybe halfway through the season, like week 9, week 10. But we have to wait and see. I'll still go with B, that defense though. C, I gotta go solid. Are they better than the Cardinals? Cardinals do got a QB, but I'll go right underneath the Cardinals. Cause if Trevor Lawrence, on Trevor Lawrence, they do got a running back. They got a receiver in. I forgot the one they drafted last season. The very good. I forgot his name. Brian Thomas Jr. That's who it is. Yeah. If they get another one, Travis Hunter does that. Can play a little bit of corner, things like that. So we'll have to wait and see. Of course, Chiefs, they're S still. Patrick Mahomes, you have him. No matter who you put around him, he'll do good. Is Travis Kelce is getting older. Receivers, we've seen it's not the best, but it's still the Chiefs, so they'll do something. Black Magic, something will do good for them. So yeah, defense, they'll find good pieces. They have a good defense right now. They'll just add more to make it better. Chargers, this is a big what if. This is the Chargers' big what if, because it all depends on their QB, how much they help them, because they got just one receiver. Now this is the biggest what if, because this is always Justin Herbert. How will he do? Because everybody's like, oh, he's just this good, this good, this good. So now we have to wait and see if they add enough pieces so he can do better, and just say the biggest what if he had this, if he had this. It's not a if, it's a now. What can the team give around him so he can do good? I'll place them in B. They'll do very good. Raiders, I gotta go with C. They'll be right there around towards like 8, 9 wins. Oh yeah, I forgot to put wins. They'll just be good in my opinion. I don't want to do wins right now. So Raiders, I'll just put them behind Cowboys, ahead of the Cardinals. They got Geno Smith. They did get Ashton Jeanty, so they did good on that. Their offense will do better than what I think last season was very horrible. So just like that, I'll put them in C. Dolphins. Tua, Tyreek Hill, Waddle, it all injuries. That's really much it for them. They get injured so much. So for right now, I'll place them. Do I place them above the Raiders? I'll place them beneath the Raiders right now because injuries. It's a big what if. If they lose Tua to injuries, if they lose Tyreek Hill to an injury, they lose a defender, they lose a corner, then that's horrible for them. But I'll place them. No, I'll place them above Jacksonville and below the Cardinals. It's a big what if, but they can still attack very good. Now, will they do that against the Cold? We'll have to wait and see. The Vikings. Ooh, that's just the big what if as well. Because they got a rookie, technically a rookie, J.J. McCarthy as their QB. They got rid of Sam Darnold. I say they go to C. They go to C because the rookie, they got Justin Jefferson. So as long as you get him the ball, he'll get you good points. Their defense did good last season. Their offense, hopefully it will regress a little bit with a rookie, so we have to wait and see around that. So I'll just place them in C for right now. It's a big what if QB, and that's really much what you need to know. Patriots, I still got them in D. They're still rebuilding. They got a young QB. They're adding more depth around him, things like that. But they're still young. They still got to develop and everything like that. I'll place them in D. They'll do decent. But they'll do better than the Colts, in my opinion. Saints, they got no QB. They got no QB, so what can you do? They got to rebuild everything. They got to at least rebuild. No more retooling. You got to rebuild. You lost everything now. Go for a franchise QB now. You drafted one. Probably not the answer, so we'll just have to wait and see. Really bad, though. I'll place them in C. If Jackson Dart does well, we've seen preseason, he's doing well, but that's just preseason. We've seen that before. Then they do horribly in the regular season. But they do got 3 QBs, like, just ready to the attack, so I'd say they do better than... No, they go like that. They'll do decent. They'll do very good. They'll win at least 6+ games is what I think they'll do. With the amount of QBs they have backing them up, Russell Wilson will get you at least a few wins. Jameis will be entertaining and get you a few wins. And then Jackson Dart just a very much unknown. He looks good for right now, but you got Malik Neighbors there, so you got good. You got your defense looks very good in my opinion. It's very sneaky good. It could get you a lot of wins, but also your offense could lose you a lot of games. So I'll just go with C for right now. Jets in D because they've locked like they've not done the best right now. They got good pieces, but the QB is still the biggest question. I'll just place them in a low C, very just barely above D in my opinion. That's how I believe it'll be like that. Justin Fields, will he be the answer? Will he be able to do decently with everything around it? We've seen Aaron Rodgers couldn't do that much, but it was also dysfunctional at the same time. So it's very much up in the air how they'll do. I'll just say C. I believe they will do worse than the Panthers because Panthers at least have a structure for a little bit for right now. Jets are just restarting everything again, so yeah. Eagles, gotta go S. They're reinforced, so what else can you say? They did lose a few pieces. They did add a few on the defensive side, so what can you say? It's still gotta go S. Can they repeat? That's a big question. It looks like they could with everything going on. Pittsburgh, you gotta go with B. The Steelers, they still have Mike Tomlin. No matter what, they're gonna win at least 7 to 8+ games. You gotta place them in B no matter what. They'll do good, but will they be able to do better? I know Chargers will do better than, I'll say it like that. LA is just a big what if. If Stafford, Chargers will do good. I'd say they could be better than the Bears, but I'll go with Bears for right now. Steelers, Rodgers, DK Metcalfs, so things like that. Their defense always a strong point. TJ Watt's still there no matter what, so you got to put them in B no matter what. There, I would say they'll do better than their division rivals. Seattle's looked good right now throughout everything. I gotta place them in a high C, maybe even D. They did very good. It's all about Sam Darnold, but in preseason they looked good. Their running game, their defense looked very good. It's all on Sam Darnold and the QB they drafted Moore from Alabama. Will he be able to develop at least somewhat? Will Sam Darnold regress? Will he go back to Jets? Was he with Carolina? I don't know. Maybe not. Will he be able to go to the Jets, to the Niners level, or will he be able to go to the Vikings level, but a little bit lower, but just a little bit higher? I'll place them in C. Niners. Really much, what could they do? They lost so much on defense. They don't got a star receiver except for Pearsall really now. They still got Kittle. They got Bosa. They still got Fred Warner. I got to place them in B. They'll develop, they'll do good, but it all depends on how the team will bounce back after losing so much and the injuries that they got. If they do get injured again, it's over with. CMC, will he be back to normal, or will he just never return to how he was before? Big what ifs now. Them in C. No, I'll place them in B for right now, but it could change. Tampa Bay. This is where I think I place in B. Your defense is really your problem right now, because what else can what can you add to your defense to do better? Who's your linebacker? Who's your corners? Defensive line. Your defense is very much questioned. You got Baker. You got Bucky Irvin. Mike Evans. I forgot they drafted one, and then Chris Godwin's coming back. Your offense will do good. It's all on your defense. Will they do better? Will you be able to struggle and things like that? Titans, you got to go. You got a rookie QB. First overall, will he do good? He'll have some growing pains, in my opinion. So I'll just place you in D. You got to rebuild everything, things like that. Washington, I go A. It all depends on Jaden Daniels. If he does worse than he did last season, if it's a horrible worse, or will it just be a little bit lower? So you got to think that in. But Jaden Daniels, your team did exceptional from what they did last season. So I just got to go with A. I think Jaden Daniels would do better. I think I have too many in B, so we'll just move a few A. I'd say Chargers could go A. But a big what if, Justin Herbert will do better. You got a running back I drafted. So you got to place them in better, things like that. I'll go with Seattle goes to B. That's how I think they'll do. B is very good. Am I good with this? Big what ifs. There's just big what ifs. Will their injuries, how will they return? QB, no defense. Defense, but QB's the question. I'll go. I will place the Bears at A. That's how I think they will. LA, big what if. I'll just move Niners high B, but it all depends. Will they be back to their very good defense and solid offense? LA, all depends on Stafford. If Stafford's out, you got to go to C, maybe even D. But if Stafford is healthy for week 1, you got to go B. You can't Stafford, their defense, things like that. That's how I think it'll happen like that. I'm happy with this. This is my tier list, how I think it'll happen. Super Bowl, in my opinion, I want to say Bills, Eagles, but I'll say Bills versus Baltimore. I say Baltimore makes it out this time, and Eagles retain. But Baltimore makes it out, finally beats the Chiefs. That's how I see it. Thank you. Goodbye.